Good afternoon from frosty Rickmansworth. So we're back in Ricky this weekend because Crystal and Anna, my mum, have got a spa day today for my mum's birthday, and then tomorrow we're going out for afternoon tea at the Bedford Arms. So I've just been down into town. Alex and the boys have gone to the playground. I've had to go and do a bit of shopping so I can make a bread and butter pudding. Now I'm heading home.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog.
This might sound weird because this is a very grim, very familiar sort of underpass with turquoise tiles like they all were. And some of my earliest memories of Rickmansworth are being pushed in a buggy through these particularly grim underpasses. It didn't seem so grim back then. It was kind of exciting. Like, where do they all go? Who knew? So I always find it strange that they haven't basically changed at any point in the last 36 years. Taking a slightly unconventional route back, this is Belfry Lane, which is one of the sort of hangover lanes of maybe when this was still farmland, and it cuts between what was always a main road that sort of, even if it was not made up, along the bottom runs into Ricky High Street and into the estate, which all used to be farmland. It's got narrower and narrower as the sort of houses have encroached on it. It's also very frozen. On the left is the public tennis courts, and it's very odd because although it looks, really well used, it really isn't. It's just been churned up. It's a fun little street, Lane Street, and it hasn't really changed in character probably since long before the houses were built. What's going on here? What are you eating, Walter? Yum. Homemade raviolis? Made by your own fair hand?
Some more.
Wow, Albert, that is an amazing way to eat a ravioli. Like a sandwich.
Yum. You enjoy now.
You've arrived.
I think Bloom's just happy to have.
Where's the trainer? Did he give a shot?
Oh, you've got a combine there, I can see.
Alex, you want to put
Good afternoon. I've just been filming at the Guardian offices, which are very nice, and I should show you. Here's some clips. And I'm back there on Friday and next week as well. And I'll just get to wander through town, filming random things. It's very pleasant. This is kind of what I wanted when I imagined what it'd be like to be freelance. In fact, I distinctly remember watching a guy I know who does a similar job in New York, filming himself wandering through New York streets and then turning up and filming in an office and packing up and wandering back through the streets, and I thought, that's a really nice lifestyle. I could quite go for that. And at the time I was still working in radio, and here we are. So, and obviously now that the fog has lifted and the sun has come out, it feels even better. But it's a nice crisp day, so carrying heavy gear around isn't too much of a problem, and it's a very freeing experience, I have to say. Good afternoon. I'm in queue because it's a very nice day, and because I haven't been in here during the day in quite some time. I'm not sure I've done it this year. Maybe I have. My brain's a bit frazzled. Yes, I have. My bad. That just shows what a state of disrepair my head is currently in. So it's 2017 and I'm in Kew Gardens, and this is the year I get married in these gardens, and that is a statement that makes me very happy indeed. For the time being, however, we're going to just go for a little wander see which bits I haven't seen in the sunshine so far this year, take some photos, post some Instagrams, and generally enjoy Tuesday afternoon. It's only just over a year until this reopens now, which is very exciting. Feels like a lifetime since I've been able to go in there. In reality, it's only sort of 3 years, which is quite a long time actually. Casually 3 years or whatever. Yeah, it opens next spring, so that's cool. Looking forward to that. There's lots of other things happening at Kew shortly, not least the Orchid Festival that always kicks off in February. I want to see whether the Woodland house is open to the public. Might not be yet. Obviously Hive is still going, and the nature walk I did just before Christmas in the near darkness is now open for everybody. And then the cafe on the other side of the lake, the Palm House, is up and running. Yeah, it's quite exciting. And eventually they're going to redo White Peaks, which has been a sort of temporary cafe area for years and years, but it's ever so temporary, and it still looks temporary, and they want to make it permanent, which is a very good idea. And obviously this old bad boy finally gets some love and restored to its original colour scheme, pre-Victorian era. They put some fencing up, which I don't know if you can see down the bottom here. There we go. They haven't done much else yet. Well, it's finished and it's landscaped and everything's done, but it's not open, which is a bit of a shame, because I'd very much like to see what's going on in there. But anyway, we'll keep checking back. Good afternoon. It is really, really cold, and it has been really, really cold all day. The sun has not come out. This cloud is a little thinner than it was, but it's still been pretty miserable and incredibly wintry. So I'm taking this opportunity, a full month and a half late, to go into town in the Odeon and hopefully go and see Star Wars Rogue One. Last year, you might remember, I managed to sneak off to see Star Wars just after we got back from Germany, actually. This year it's been too manic, and so I'm trying to take this opportunity. I have a free ticket. I hope it'll work. I hope it's not sold out or something else. Last time in fact, if you remember, the reason I have a free ticket is when I tried to go and see the previous Star Wars film for a second time, the bulb broke in the projector, and so we all got refunds and a free ticket. So let's cash it in, one Star Wars for another. So another lunchtime filming at the Guardian finished. As can be evidenced by this footage here. Was very straightforward yet again. We're now a week into a post-fact, post-evidence policy-making world. It's been a disaster of a week. Even the drills agree, and I'm more confident than ever that we will not see 4 years of President Trump. I mean, at this rate, we might not see a full month, but we'll have to see how it goes. Happy Friday evening. It occurs to me that I didn't actually speak to you after I went to go and see Star Wars. So I saw Rogue One finally, a bit late, with the free ticket that I'd got a year earlier when I couldn't see The Force Awakens for the second time. Interesting is what I say. That's not, I suppose, maybe a ringing endorsement. It's worth seeing if you like Star Wars, no question about that. This is not the second trilogy, if you in terms of the order in which they were shot. This is not like episode 1, 2, 3, of which there are redeeming parts, at least of maybe 3. 1, not so much. This is a level above that, well above that. But this is not at the level of 4, 5, 6 and even 7. I really enjoyed 7. I'm sure I mentioned this last year. And I was really intrigued by this because it's a kind of a one-off, and you know it's going to end, you know when it's going to end, and that there's, you know, that you've seen the follow-up essentially. It didn't feel very Star Wars-y, and that's going to sound weird. So, apart from Darth Vader, spoilers, I should say. There will be some spoilers. I'm going to try and be as vague as possible. But apart from Darth Vader, there's basically no lightsaber in it. And even that lightsaber is in it for 2 minutes tops. There's some good space battles. There's no Jedi. It just felt like a sort of sci-fi set in the Star Wars universe rather than a Star Wars film. And although it's, I would do want to see it again because it's 2.25 hours long and there's a lot to take in. But I left feeling that the only characters I really cared about was a droid, and that's it. And like none of the human characters I really gave 2 craps about, and that's a bit of a problem when they're your protagonists. And that's a weakness of the film, definitely. And it's not a criticism of the actors, because I think that some of them did a fantastic job with not a lot. But it is a criticism of the script and the way that it gets you to know them. So see it if you're a Star Wars fan. If you're not a Star Wars fan, but you like sci-fi and you go to see the occasional Star Wars film, you can probably skip it. That's my honest review. Anyway, enough of that. It's Friday night. It's the weekend tomorrow. There's pizzas to be filmed, work to be done, and a idiot in the White House. So there's more important things to be getting on with. I thank you very much for watching this. If you did enjoy it, let me know. The easiest way to do that is click the thumbs up button or write something nice in the comments or write you're an idiot. Either way, don't mind. And if you want to see more, click the subscribe button, obviously, and then you'll be notified every time I put a video up. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.
Toby.